Yay Media Group.
All right.
Let's get it popping, man.
This is a Ask Rocky. I'm going to let him answer it.
You think so? Every time we try this, it don't go like it's supposed to go. Because somebody don't know how to let me answer nothing.
I do.
Shoot.
Stop. I don't, but okay.
My wife. Only my wife.
Okay, Rocky.
When I say crazy.
Rocky.
So, welcome to the Perfect Pair Podcast. Another amazing episode. Rock Teasy is who I be.
And I'm Crystal, Rock T's better half.
Indeed. And the name of this episode is...
My wife keeps leaving and coming back.
That already...
It ain't me.
That don't sound right.
Right.
But I already got a problem with it.
Right.
So we're going to get into that next. Straight to it. Let's go. All right, break it down, babe.
Okay, so I read this story somewhere, and he was writing a letter asking for people's response.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm supposed to ask my husband. So it says, I love my family. Oh, wait, I'm starting too close. Okay.
Okay.
I am a 35-year-old man with 2 kids and a stepdaughter by my wife. I love my family, but I have come to a breaking point with my wife. For the second time in 4 years, she has left the home and cut off all contact with me and the kids. The first time she left, she ran off with a man she met online. She bought a bus ticket and rode out west and didn't contact us for a month. Eventually, the guy dumped her and she reached out to me. I ended up sending her $400 for her to get back home. Earlier this summer, I was grilling and the kids were in the pool. My wife said she had to run to Walmart to get a few things. We have not seen her since then. The kids and I rode all around town looking for her that night and the next day. I kind of figured she left us again, but I didn't want to upset the kids. I filed a missing persons report with the police, and the police told me since she'd left before, they wouldn't open an investigation right away. I posted pictures on Facebook, and instantly I got all kinds of messages saying that she's been seen around our city and a few cities close by. I wasn't surprised, and I waited for her to call home. After 45 days, she called, saying she needs to come back home and she is ashamed of what she keeps doing to the family. I told the kids she called and is ready to come home. They said I shouldn't let her come back.
Message. I like them kids already.
And we'd be just fine without her. We've been married 14 years and I've kept the marriage together for the kids. But now they're saying to throw her and the whole marriage away. Do you think I should take their advice or give my wife one more chance? Please advise. Please advise. That's what he was like, I need help.
Man, if you a fool. She's showing you who. Is that a trick question?
I just want to know, like, is this real?
Man, come on, man. First of all, if you...
it's your question. Sorry. I forgot I was ready to talk again.
I want to hear what you got to say, too. But
I know. Okay. It's either Ask Rocky.
After the first time she was gone 30 days and didn't communicate nothing and come back talking about...
She met a man online.
And she met a man.
And she got a bus ticket.
You crazy. No, man, please. What's wrong with you, brother? You need some elephant nuts?
The Rocky?
I mean, grow some, bro. Grow some. Listen, I get it. I get believing, giving people second chances and all that. I understand all that, but she literally left you and the kids hanging with another dude and didn't even communicate. Didn't even try to communicate with the kids. No. It's one thing if you and her was, having some issues, but wasn't even trying to communicate with the kids and check on the kids and see if they're okay. Man, that's garbage. She's garbage. No. I ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. Shouldn't have accepted her back the first time. And kudos to the kids for recognizing that mama is boo-boo. Mama's garbage. That ain't no real mama. Mama's just the person that had y'all. That ain't no mama.
Them kids said throw her and this damn marriage away. Do you hear me?
Come on, man.
Here's
good.
a dumpster daddy here.
Exactly. And let's go find someone that deserves you.
You're right.
Doggone it. Kudos to those kids.
Right.
Yeah, all that doggone should we get
He
her
sent
back?
her $400
And you sent her $400.
to come back. That was the first time.
Man, please.
She said the second time she is ashamed.
Give me $400.
Right. And first of all, this is my thing, sir.
Must be out of your doggone
She
mind.
leaving you and she on a bus ticket riding out west. So she leaving you for something that is not that good. And I honestly think she may be a little off in the head. And she might be on some drugs. Because that shit just not normal. Because you always my thing is, no, for real, this is a real question I want to know. When men would do that, because you always heard about that back in the day. Men say, I'm going to go get a pack of cigarettes and they never come back for the kids.
Oh, yeah.
Are they, like, it's something, most of the time, are they on drugs? Do they find out they're on drugs? Are they alcoholics? Or they just
Or they just don't want the responsibility.
to raise kids or something like that?
Yeah.
Like, something got to be wrong with them or something, right? But that's why I feel like something may be wrong with her mentally, and you just not equipped to help her. That's out of your pay grade. There's people that get paid and went to school for this shit, and it's called a psychologist. And that's where that bitch need to go. And she need to go on over there to get the help that she needs to better herself. Because I'm going to tell you this. I understand why you took her back the first time. Like, I really do.
Man, please.
The only reason why I understand it is because I understand you're doing it for your kids. Because this was like, you were bamboozled. You had no idea what happened, what was going on, what went down. No telling the story she told you of how everything happened. Because so it's like, I can understand you giving her another chance. Not to say that I would do it, that I agree with it. I'm not saying I agree with it. It's just understanding why you probably took her back the first time. But this second time, you need advice. Your advice is to lock your door, change the locks. Lock it all up. Change your phone number. Take her off your insurance.
All that.
Because she's probably on your insurance.
All that.
Take her off your insurance. It's time to be done with this hoe. Because that's what she acting like. A hoe.
Come on.
And just FYI, if she is leaving for 30 days to be with a man, she's leaving on weekends during the day when you at work.
Come on.
To be with other men too.
This ain't the first or second time.
She ain't just doing this for these 1 or 2 times.
She been doing it.
She is, in my mind, for it to be so easy. Because how do you have access to this? How do you know to leave for 30 or 45 days and go somewhere for 30 days or whatever? You have to be in constant communication with this person, whether it's online, on the phone, or whatever. And you are doing other things. And you are not enough for her. Mm-hmm. You don't please her. You can't please her. That's a person that you just can't please, that she got to keep hopping her ass and skipping her ass around town to be with other people. And you know she out here in public, in your city,
no
in
shame.
The surrounding city.
No shame.
Knowing your ass is concerned and wanting to know what's wrong with her. You are too good for her. Your kids are too good for her. She is not worthy to be called a mother at this point or a wife.
Come on now. So
damn her ass and be done with her ass, because she ain't shit.
Come on, bro. You better than
she
that.
She a hoe. So let a hoe be a hoe and put her where she need to be, on them streets.
I promise
and let
you.
her work her way through that. And then she want to come back and be a better mother. Guess what? She can get all the help. You can support her getting the help that she need, getting better and making sure she don't have to be ashamed of herself no more. But she gonna do that shit outside your house somewhere else. That can't be with you. And
Look.
you can still say you can still have a relationship with the kids. That's how you can still be supportive. And the reason why I'm saying that, because your ass did it with your crazy ass ex. You still made sure this raggedy hoe had access to the kids. And listen, I did say hoe because she was doing some hoe tendency. She still is. But I mean, I'm just making a point. But that's the point I'm making is he made sure, and I did too, especially when the kids were growing up, that they never we never ever kept them from their mother.
Never did.
So that's why I'm telling him, you don't got to keep them from her. Let her be a hoe and do all that stuff, and she want to be a better mother or whatever. You can still see your kids. Like you can you can help her out in that way, but leave her ass alone.
Well, here's the deal. The kids don't even want to see her no more.
I mean,
It
they
was
don't.
obvious about that part.
Right.
So you ain't even got to do nothing, dog. The kid's telling you what to do. Like, listen, we move on. We're going to do our thing. We don't need her. So you ain't got to worry about none of that. That's a little different situation than what we were doing. But, bro, let me tell you something, man.
You left that hoe right where she was.
Grow some elephant
and you
balls.
telling him you been through it, but you just did it better. You did it quicker, and you was like, I ain't sticking around for this stuff.
Period. But to him, grow some elephant balls, man. It's okay.
Today.
You got to, because if not, man, you're going to keep letting this woman come back into your life, because all she doing is coming in, crying, pouting, I messed up.
But that's because
I'm a
he
bad
loves
person, and I'm so sorry. I will never do it
But
again.
that's because he loves
I
her.
need you help. Can you help me? She coming back with that story. Can you help me get help? And blah, blah, blah.
That's why I said I could understand why
don't
he
fall
helped.
for it.
I could understand why he helped her the first time.
Don't fall for
The
it.
second time, I don't think you need to understand and believe her at this point. Like, don't. And if it keeps happening, then this is on you. And then it's gonna be I feel like it's gonna be on you if you bring her back and she does this again and she's hurting these kids again. Because now you're exposing this to your kids. Your kids do not deserve this. They don't deserve that treatment. They don't deserve a part-time mom, or I'll be a mom when I feel like and then leave. Because guess what? All of us mothers want a break. All of us mothers go through that time where I'm just tired. Guess what? Fathers do too. Fathers need a break as well. But you don't see, most of us, we ain't running out because we know we got a responsibility. We suck it up, we figure it out, and we are there for our kids. Period. That is point blank, period. We are all tired. Trust me, because when you first have a baby, everybody's tired.
True.
Nobody, there's not one person in that house that's not the dog tired. Like, when I tell y'all, everybody's tired.
Come on, man.
And I'm serious when I say the dog is tired, because the dog is like attached to the baby now. So they're just looking at the baby. So when the baby's up, they're up. They trying to sleep, but they pop up. Everybody is tired. So for you to leave for 30 days and not speak to your kids or your husband, shame on you. And that is horrible. And your kids and you deserve better. You seem like a really decent guy. Don't let this woman walk all over you no more.
Don't you do it. And in the words of my dad, on situations like this,
What is Oh, he always do his hand like that. He be like, man, when he do that, that means he's done.
It's done. It's over,
away.
man. I ain't even putting no more energy to this, man. Let's
Right.
change the subject. What else are we going to talk about?
Okay.
Huge.
That was quick and easy. But no, this is something I really wanted to talk about, so I'm so glad. I wish we would have talked about it first, but that's okay. Okay, so we was out of town for my son's baseball tournament, and I was listening to the radio.
Yep.
And they asked the question.
Okay.
Is it okay to date one of your friend's ex?
Okay.
And some of the responses that I was hearing, I was just baffled by.
Like what? Give me one example.
So some of them were saying, well, yeah, I think it's okay to date your friend's ex, especially if they say, okay, I'm done, and they didn't date that long. But I mean, I feel like you could block someone's blessing and your blessing if you try not to date. Because you cannot not date everybody. And if they date, I said first, this is where I really get mad, because I really don't want to understand what she's saying. But she's saying that don't block your blessings, because that person may be the love of your life. And that could be your friend's ex.
Okay, so.
And I think that's the stupidest shit.
So
an excuse you could say.
there is an unwritten rule. Don't mess with your exes. I mean, your friend's exes or whatever. Now, if they went out on a date or two, and that was it. They literally went out on one or two dates, and they realized, there's no chemistry here, and all that, and they move on. That may be an exception to the rule, because they really didn't date. They just went out on a couple dates, and
I can give a pass on that, but
Yeah.
to me, if I knew my friend dated anybody, I don't care if it was a couple of months, it wasn't that serious, they don't like it, they instantly go into like this brother zone for me.
Right.
Like, it's just, you are instantly in that zone. There is I will never, ever, I don't feel, I can't see you any other way.
Right.
I just can't. And I don't see her excuse was it wasn't that she didn't like him, it was over with. And then one person said, well, I asked my friend, was it okay? And they was like, cool, go ahead and you can have, I'm okay. I don't want to be with him. But then you still hang out with that friend because these are friends. Because that's my thing. These are your friends. So when you go around your friends with this person
Awkward.
and they had sex and all that stuff.
Awkward.
Like, and you doing the same thing. And now y'all looking at each other like we both done had him.
Awkward.
Like everything about that is just for women. Now I don't know, but I know men.
Oh, man, we got an ego. Of course, it's gonna be like, wait a minute, bro.
You think so?
We do got ego.
Oh well, because I feel like most of y'all, when y'all be doing, when y'all say y'all are done with a woman, and then you go on a date, that now you done with that ex, and then they was like, I don't even want
No,
that.
if it was a legitimate ex, like this was my girl for a little while. That's different. No, that's I'm talking about like if they just went out on a couple dates with a girl. That's not. Right. I don't consider that. I think that's an exception to this rule we're talking about.
That's not an ex.
Right.
My thing is, it's an ex. If you say an ex, that means y'all ass was in a fucking relationship. I'm sorry, y'all was in a relationship. Y'all were in a relationship, meaning y'all had some intimate moments at one point in time.
Can't do it.
Your mouth touched somewhere that I don't usually. It's just everything about that. Like, that goes in my mind. Like, I think about all of that. And then I got to be around you. And if you're my friend, that means eventually I'm going to be around you with who I'm dating.
Right. Yeah, that's uncomfortable. Like, that's weird.
And then if you're dating my ex and you're my friend and we come around each other, I wouldn't even know. I can't even look at him at this point now. I don't even want to speak to him. Because now, if I speak to him, you're going to start thinking something's wrong. You're going to be very insecure. I don't care what anybody say. Y'all can say, oh no, I'm done. I'm done. You're going to start looking at the situation differently.
And then what happens if the version that you had of your ex was not your soulmate, but that person changed and became a better person?
Right. So he treated you like shit and like trash.
And treated her like a queen.
Right. And opening the door for her.
You got to witness all that.
You looking like this mother. But like, what part of that is okay? And what makes you think like it's not that big? We just fell in love. Hell, bitch, whenever I was dating him. Because you had to been looking at his ass at that point.
See, that point, that was a whole nother point.
And then that makes me look at you as a friend like, now, ho, I can't bring nobody around your ass because now you steady looking at all of what I bring.
You've been thinking about this for a long time, even when I was with him.
And I don't like no shit like that where I can't have you around my friends.
Right.
I can't be with you. So if you one of them friends that oh, well, she shouldn't matter. You right. I don't matter. It don't matter that you messing with my ex, but now I can't fuck with you either. I'm done with you too. So now you become an ex-friend. So y'all go over there and be happy together, ex.
Yeah, you can't. That's that rule.
Be happy together over there because now how you moved and how you did that, I don't understand. Like, why would you even think, like, when did this all come about? You could say, we never even looked at each other when y'all was together. It was nothing like that. But we all hanging out. We all doing this. Y'all know this. We know each other. I've told y'all some stuff because you know how we are when we friends and stuff don't work out between me and the ex or something happened. We telling each other stuff like, did you know he did this?
Everything.
I'm telling you all of this. I'm telling you some of the good stuff and everything. So now, bitch, you over here just listening, taking notes like I'm just like you want this.
Then you want to blame it on drinking.
Right.
We were just out at the bar. We just ran into each other, and I had a drink, and
And I was like, we was just
that was
cool.
Part of your
we
game
was just
plan the
friends.
whole time.
That's what I'm gonna be thinking. Whether it was, and I do understand people say when I met you, it was nothing like. I never thought I would even try to date you. It was nothing like that. Because I know people that met like that. They was like, no. And then all of a sudden they became.
Right.
They love each other. They're married. They're happily married. Y'all can't even tell me that because that could have possibly happened. To me, in my mind, that's not how it works. So now I can't deal with you. Like, you're no longer, and my friends, I know my friends would not do that to me. And if they did, they know we would probably just, I know. There ain't no if they did. No.
I'm about to say you just.
No. My friends are not going to do that.
I agree with that. I believe that.
I think that it is an unwritten rule that you should not do. And if you're a real friend, you will not do that.
So what happens if, and we'll get ready to wrap up, get up out of here, but what happens if you got a husband and wife and the husband passes away?
I already told you I'm coming back to haunt your ass. I wish you would.
And then the husband's best friend consoles the wife, which is now a widow.
But
then they end up getting together eventually down the road.
Like I said, I will haunt your ass. I already told you. You saw in movies where the woman kept coming back. That was
Right.
me. That will be me. Do you hear me? It will be me. I'm putting it out there now. If it went, because we know it's gonna happen one day. Let him lay down somewhere with somebody. I'm gonna be all of it. It's gonna be so uncomfortable. He ain't gonna know. I ain't gonna let it get up.
I'm getting poked.
No, I ain't gonna let that mug get up. He ain't gonna understand, like, man, I don't know why I can't get up no more. You won't, because I'm here. You won't never, and I'm holding it like this as a ghost. I mean it. In my fist balled up. I promise you ain't gonna. It's gonna hurt to try to get that motherfucker up. Do you hear me?
Say,
No.
man, hold on.
Yes, I am that wife. I don't care. I am. He is mine.
Come
he
get her,
is
Garrett.
mine to infinity. Do you hear me?
That's my wife. That's my wife, and I love her to death.
Okay.
Doggone it.
Mm.
And she can cook.
Okay. Say that again.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you got educated once again by listening and watching the Perfect Pair Podcast.
I don't know about educated, but y'all can damn sure got our opinion.
We ain't perfect. This is our opinions, doggone it. We are perfect for each other.
Okay.
Go tell 3 more people to watch and listen to our podcast. And thanks for all the downloads, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see y'all next time.
Rocky.
Deuces!
Bye.